whole being. And when they become this whole being, my interpretation is that there is a frequency or vibration in the temple where the energy is coming up from the lower chakras all the way up to the top. And when it reaches the top, it is reaching the climax of that vibration frequency. And what it's doing is it's creating a cup inside your temple because of the shape and the perfection of the human temple and the human pineal gland, the third eye, the mind's eye, the one that's on the dollar bill, the eye on the pyramid. This is your holy grail, and it's inside your head because your body is the temple. So your holy grail is inside your body. And the holy grail is an establishment of you being in perfect harmony and having all your chakras perfectly balanced and filled with this energy, what they call the Holy Spirit, the breath of life. Now let's move on to the diamond body, the diamond path, which is the same thing, a little different. I'm going to start with the vector equilibrium matrix. The vector equilibrium matrix, as discussed by Mr. Fuller, in Synergetics 1 and 2, describes the most economical lines of movement within the atomic nucleus. These are the preferred pathways for energy exchange because they are the paths of the least resistance. The equilibrium point between positive and negative is zero. The vector equilibrium is a true zero reference point for energetic mathematics, according to Fuller. The vector equilibrium modeling is important for conceptualization in philosophy and quantum physics. It is a graphic depiction of the nuclear tendencies to implosion and explosion. Implosion and explosion. These forces are mathematically reversible and always in exact balance. The zero point is never directly observed as physical experience. This is reflected, perhaps, in mystical thought by the phrase, I am Isis. Quote from Isis, no man hath lifted my veil. We can see no further into nature than fluctuating fields of energy which constitute the constant background motion. All that is in motion, but it is sustained by the ground state or cosmic zero. The vector equilibrium matrix is a system, not a structure. See? It's a system, not a structure. The Grail is a system, not an object. Same thing. That's why I'm quoting from this. When the goddess, Nut, is corresponding with the vector equilibrium matrix, she may be seen as nuclear nothingness. The goddess of infinite space is the zero point, where waves pass through waves without interference lines. They don't interfere with each other. They're in perfect harmony. She is the womb from which all that is born in material emanates forth. The vector phase of mathematical zone of neutral resonance occurs between the awkwardly pushing electromagnetic wave propagation and inwardly pulling gravitation coherence. The specific crystal structure represents the state of equilibrium in bonding. The vector equilibrium matrix is a mathematical description of this zone of natural resonance. The diamond structure, using Sieber's small sphere model, packs together the most compact spheres of equal radius. The F.C.C pack produces the densest form of matter, the diamond. Before examining the philosophical importance of this geometric configuration, it should be firmly fixed in the mind's eye. I begin this visualization of the Bravas lattice for a face-centered cubic crystal, see figure. the center point, the equilibrium point of zone of neutral resonance. There is no atom at this point, as this is the 0 point of equilibrium. Visualize the three tetrad axes of the cube, x, y, and z coordinates, which join together of the 6 plane fast faces, like the 6 petals of the atom, the 6 orbits of the atom, which if you look at it, represents and outlines the flower of life. And where does the flower come from, people? The flower comes from a tree, doesn't it? And where is the tree that we're talking here that's involved with the atom and the nucleus and the proton? The tree of life, people, of course. We're talking advanced stuff here. We go on a little bit more here to advance a little bit because there's too much stuff to cover in the video here and we're only allowed 15 minutes. The common ground between psyche and matter. I'll go on with video 3 to finish this because there's too much here.